Alright YouTube, how you guys doing? What I want to do today is to give you a review of my desk and a half. And the half is for this part here because that's not really on my desk, it's on my drawers. And I've had this video requested by a lot of you guys, and I thought, hey, it's a nice day outside and I should give you a rundown of all the gadgets on my desk, and hopefully everything is here and my desk is nice for this video for a change. Let's see how long it lasts as nice as this. But I'll start off here from the left and make my way around to that side. On the left here is two cameras and this pen holder. Got these two webcams from China for, I think there was about £2 each for these. Never used them. I have used them, I've tested them out. It's okay, it's nothing great. What can you expect for £2? Here is the Proporta iPad case, one of my favourite, if not the favourite iPad case so far. Really like it. I've made a video on it. I'll leave an annotation here for you to go to check out. Here is the water-filled suede jacket again for the iPad. Again, I like both of these cases. Here is the box for the fake iPhone 3G, which again I picked up from China. So you can say this section is all fake and the China section. These two, I got this courtesy of Gadget Gears and this snupt.com. And I'll leave these two to the end because these are a special thing and I'll say it in the end. Got 3 iBit App Store gift cards. These were kind of cool because not really seen any of these, so they're kind of limited edition, you can say. I've got a set of drawers here and I picked this up from Tesco for about £15 not too long ago, and I've got all bits and bobs in here. So I've got the Apple travel kit adapter set in here with the MacBook Pro skin. Not really used much of this, but I'll do a review on this, I guess, this skin. It does come in handy, for when you've got greasy hands and so on, and you might be in that profession where it's a rough and tough job, and this does help. When I got it, I did use it for a day, and it's not as bad as it looks. Second drawer here, got some SD cards, the Apple Bluetooth headset. Again, I did a video on this, and this O2 wireless Wi-Fi broadband dongle. This is pay as you go. I have used it now and then. It works pretty nicely. It's £2 a day. I think it's 500 megs worth of downloads. Not really complaining, and some RAM modules in here. Wires galore. And the last but not least is this is the fake iPhone 3G. The box is up there. And a phone that I picked up for virtually free from Asda with top up. Some more connections, the Apple remote, which I haven't used, and the Gear 4. I can't even remember if I had this or not. Unboxed and never used it. Moving on, this is the iPad, the 16GB Wi-Fi version. I've done a review and an unboxing on this for those of you interested. Imported it from the United States on launch, so I had it pretty much the same time as you guys in the US. Over here is the 12 South Book Arc. Get a lot of questions on this, and what it is basically a stand for the MacBook Pro, but it works very nicely with the iPad, so I just use it for the iPad. Yes, they do make a dedicated iPad version, but I figured they sent me this, and why not just use it? Because Pendle were kind enough to donate this, which is a fantastic thing for your MacBook Pro. One of the things I like about the Pendle stand is, you've got space under here, and the eye leveling is so perfect on this. It is very, very good. I should, if you use a multi-setup, if you've got an external display in this, highly recommend the Pendle stand over the Book Arc. I will leave the link here. I will leave the review link here as well for you guys to go out and check it out. And this is something that I got recently. I exchanged this for the Snowball, the blue Snowball that I had, and this I'm going to do a review on. There's still to do one, but this is quite advanced. It's studio-like, some professional settings on it. Yeah, you can change the gain, the volume, so it's a bit more advanced than the Snowball. The build quality is quite good. Again, better than the Snowball, and it's got that whole Apple look to it, aluminium. And yeah, it's going strong so far. Next to the Yeti I have the Logitech webcam. Not the best of webcams, but it does the job. It's made for Windows and Mac. The only bad thing about this is the length of the USB cable is too short. but I've had this for over a year and a half and it's served me pretty well. Moving on, here is the Apple wireless keyboard, the best keyboard in the world in my opinion. Size, design, very stylish, no wires is a bonus. The feel to it, the battery life on it is pretty phenomenal. Same goes with the Magic Mouse, which I got with the iMac, and again this works pretty nicely. Before this I had a Logitech, that wasn't too nice with Snow Leopard, the drivers weren't updated. But when this came out I like the features on it, I think it's great. I get a lot of questions as to what this is. These are coasters, so if you're drinking hot drinks, just put it out. It's a coaster, so you put your drink on it, and I do use it. Ideally I would have liked to have it all over the house, but knowing what a mess I make around the house, I thought I'd just keep it around here. It looks kind of cool with the whole design or style of the desk, and I use a new one every day. And this website, apparently they're not doing any more orders or taking any more orders because they're quite busy. But I'll leave a link in the description if you do want this. I think it was about £15. I ordered it back in November and they shipped it in February, so there was a 3-month delay. But they're made of really good quality. I did make a separate video on this and I'll leave that over here on the screen somewhere. But the quality of it is pretty good. The imaging and colours come out pretty nice, and same goes for every single one of these. Really nice. So the main thing here is the 27-inch iMac, which I've done a review on before, and I'll leave the links here. You guys know this is the main computer that I use. And on the back is 2 hard drives, and it's on the 12 South backpack. And quite like the backpack because those 2 hard drives are hidden, they're not taking up space on the desk. And I've done a review on it and you can go check that out. On the right here I have got a lamp that I got from Asda for £5. Can't beat it because it's one of those energy savers and the light from it is pretty strong. On the right here is a printer that I picked up from Tesco at a misprice. It was about £60 and it's a 3-in-1, it's an inkjet. It does your photocopying, scanning and printing obviously. And it works really nice with the Mac. The previous Epson that I had with the Mac, it wouldn't recognise the ink level, so you wouldn't really find out what your ink was until you were printing something out and it wouldn't print. So this is one of the latest ones from Epson and it's pretty fast. It's got some really cool options built in here on the side. LCD display, it's got Wi-Fi, which I haven't used rightly enough, an SD card slot somewhere which again I haven't used, and dust gathering up on the printer, which is not a good idea. And an Apple sticker here. I've got so many of them, I'm just sticking them in as many places as I can. Got some sticky notes here. I had to buy this was a few pennies on Deal Extreme I think it was, and I picked this up for about less than £1 and I picked up about 5. And yeah, you guys know why I got this. Stapler, calculator, pen, for those times where, yeah, you can use the calculator on the iPhone, but I just prefer the physicalness of having a proper calculator, I guess. On the left hand side of the desk at the bottom, I've got some more spare iTunes cards. You never know when you need them. I got these on offer. W.H. Smith were doing them on offer for £10 or something, so I picked them up. A mouse, this is my previous mouse that I used with the MacBook Pro. Again, it's a nice mouse. It takes 1 battery, which is a bonus. Does the job. Here is something that I picked up from China. It's basically a stamp, and it's got eyeglassregion.com printed at the bottom here. And this is what the outcome is. When it's printed out, you can change the stamp. It is quite heavy, and I think this is something to do with Chinese culture. A dragon or something. Pretty cool. I picked up about 3 of these. I've got one with the Apple logo, which I can't find. I gave the guy a picture of the Apple logo and he was kind of laughing because it's an unusual request, and this was about £4, £5 at the most. Here's something that I picked up from Tesco. These are screen protectors for your camera. It's universal and it's fairly straightforward to put on. Not the best of quality, but for the price they're asking for it, it's £5. Done a good job. And here is an iPod Shuffle with camera. Again, I done a review on this a couple of months ago, and there we go. iPod Shuffle. Again, it's counterfeit. and they've just added a camera on it. Again, it's not a decent camera. At the back there is an iOmega 1.5TB hard drive, and the purpose of this hard drive, I know you're probably asking, he's got so many, but the purpose of that hard drive is to back up everything on the iMac. So you could say it's a time machine backup only drive, whereas the two drives on the back here, this drive here is for all the movies on YouTube, and this one is for films, music, and a backup of the time machines, I guess, or any documents. This one is my most recent one, so the other hard drive is pretty much straightforward. At the bottom here I've got some labels, printer paper, pretty much everything to do with printer, papers, A4, labels, so I just keep everything, all the paper side to over here. Here's something new I'm trying out. It's the new ball or chair. I've had it for about a week, and I must say it's quite enjoying. I thought it was going to be hard to adjust to it, but it's not as hard as I thought it'd be. I've seen a few people doing this, and it is definitely pretty good, and I guess it's a good exercise throughout the day. Definitely is good for your back, so if you're thinking about it, you know, I think this is a 55 diameter bowl. But if you use something similar, do leave a comment below and let me know what your setting is and how best to make the most out of this chair, I guess. So at the bottom here I've got a lot of messy wires, but not as bad as I thought it'd be. Over there is the Belkin USB hub, which I'd recommend for any of you guys going for a MacBook or a MacBook Pro because of the lack of USB ports. And I've had that from day one since I got my MacBook, and it's been running quite nicely. I've got two screws attached to it so it won't fall off. That's DIY by me. And the KNX XD is freestanding, and my Xbox isn't up here. My Xbox is downstairs in the main TV because I have recording equipment set to it for when I upload Modern Warfare 2 footage for my other YouTube channel. But when that TV is being occupied and I just want a game of Xbox, a game of Modern Warfare 2 quickly, I just usually bring the Xbox up. All the wires are set up, the HDMI is in, so it's basically a case of grabbing the Xbox and bringing it up and hooking it up. And you can hook your Sony PS3, your Blu-ray, your Xbox, and have it run on your iMac display, because a 27 inch is a big screen, and it's a shame that it can't be used as a display for something else until KNX came out with this. So I have done a review on this if you're interested in having your gaming stuff hooked up to a 27 inch iMac, and it's only going to work on the 27 inch iMac, not on your Apple Cinema display or your 21 inch iMac. Only the 27 inch iMac apparently. And we're coming to a near of the video as you'd expect, and here is a barcode reader that works with the Mac. Goes into USB hub there, and it's for scanning barcodes on boxes. So it saves you time reading and typing it in, I guess. And here are some ways you've got to keep that healthy lifestyle, I guess. That's it there. But that is pretty much my setup. Hope you liked it, and if you could post a video response with your setup, I would be willing to give away, courtesy of snupt.com, an iPhone case and a Viva Dynamax Pro courtesy of Gadget Gear. Go check them out, they have some cool products, and I'll leave the video responses open because I want to see what your setup is like, and I'll choose two winners as to who should get the best setup award, shall we say. But any comments on my desk, do leave them down below. You can join me on eyeglassregion.com, twitter.com/i6glassregion, and apologies for the delay or the length of this video, but it is a big desk and a lot of gadgets, and I thought I would do a proper video on it. But thanks for watching. Cheers.